Okay, so one thing I did want to do differently in this video is I want to tell people in the beginning about like 3 things we're going to talk about so that they know to expect it. What?
Okay.
And you have...
I like not knowing what we're talking about, because then I don't have to get nervous about it.
What was your favorite, the thing that you were happiest to do this week?
Why
did I write batteries on carrots? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh, I know what it means.
I don't know what you're doing with carrots. But
you keep putting your Ryobi batteries on my carrot seedlings.
Well, don't put your seedlings there.
Joel, it's the greenhouse.
Oh.
It's a bed.
Oh, behind where I plug in all the batteries.
You did it again. So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about what stuff went on this last week. My favorite thing, well, I had a favorite thing and a most embarrassing thing. And my favorite thing was I got to plant some of the fall stuff. I had a little bit of a fall at the market on Thursday.
What happened?
And, well, but Joel's going to talk about what we've got going on here behind
us.
us.
No, what happened? Somehow he had a wet butt or something.
There were some kids eating cherry tomatoes, and they set them on the cooler behind me. And my cooler is one that has wheels on the back and a handle on the front. And I went to sit on the back where the wheels were. I wasn't even really paying attention to where I was sitting. And the cooler went down, the handle went up, and there was a tomato sitting on the cooler, and so it fell on the floor.
And you sat right on it.
And I sat right on it, got a wet butt. And I had just been to the chiropractor like a few days before that, and so I was like, dang, did I just wreck my adjustment?
Or you fixed it.
No, I definitely did not fix it, but I was fine. I was a little sore that night, but then I woke up fine.
Come here. Skittles.
What are you doing? Oh, you could talk about your little mishap. Okay.
What? Well, hey, you need to hang your pruners closed.
Oh man, and I just sharpened it too.
Ran right into it.
Well, what'd you do that for? But what what were you grabbing?
I was putting other tools away. You have to put your tools away properly. What the heck? Just close the dang pruner.
Well, you know, it's a really clean cut then because it was sharp.
Well, luckily
But are you okay?
Yeah.
I didn't ask you that in the last video when you fell over the dog.
Oh.
So.
Yeah. No, but it just didn't want to stop bleeding in that spot.
Oh yeah, that's a knuckle. That could be hard to heal.
Put your tools away properly, people.
Well, I did something kind of fun, and I had done this a couple of weeks ago. I had for the last 2 years, I had some bunching onions growing in the greenhouse, but I just kind of wanted to see how that whole collecting seeds from onions worked. And it takes 2 years, so you have to overwinter them, which they grew all winter long. And then this year, in the spring, they flowered, and then tons of seeds came out of those flowers. It's kind of amazing how, like,
oh, cool.
One onion makes, like...
You didn't even show me this whole process.
I didn't? Oh.
But well, where are they?
Well, you know those little baggies that you've been bringing home from work? I put them in there.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Oh, okay. So then you're going to plant them.
Yeah. I bet I got...
Next.
I mean, I probably have 200 seeds.
Cool.
From not even very many plants. So, that's kind of cool. And they're an heirloom, so they're open pollinated, which means when I plant these seeds, they'll come up looking like the plant that they came from. sometimes with hybrids, you never know what you're gonna get if you plant a seed from like a hybrid squash or something like that. We went to a wedding last weekend. Super fun time. We stayed at Joel's sister and brother-in-law's place in Minneapolis, and so the next day we went and did a little thrifting. What was the place called?
Hunt and
Gather.
Is it Hunt and Gather?
Yeah, I think it was Hunt and Gather. Really cool place, tons of stuff. I found what I thought were like fermenting weights that go in jars, but they don't fit. So I'm not sure what they are.
Did you ask what they were when you bought them?
No, I should have. Did we find anything else fun there? I'm trying to remember.
The R5 letters.
Oh yeah, we have a family, what is that called? Moniker? Symbol? R5. And so we...
For the 5 people in our family?
Yes. I guess I thought that was obvious.
Well...
No?
Rebar
5.
Yeah.
And of course, once we got the dog, all the kids thought we should change it to R6. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I didn't birth the dog. I guess I didn't birth you either.
Well, but you married me. Jeez.
I did something. Well, so I've started having this list because I'm so much more productive if I have a piece of paper that I can cross something off on. Do you guys have that? So I've been I bought these vanilla beans from Costco, it's probably been 6 months ago. And I stuck them in the cabinet with the intention of making my own vanilla. And it took me all of 10 minutes.
You're making vanilla?
Yeah. Didn't I show you?
Yeah, another thing.
I'm just
got stuff on your list.
Surprises.
I guess.
Yeah, but it takes 6 months to make the vodka into vanilla.
Oh.
So, did you make anything this week?
Just this structure behind us.
Oh, well, I meant I guess, yeah, that counts.
It's gonna be a chicken coop.
The chickens will not be going in the greenhouse this winter, so we're gonna put them in a winter coop.
We turned our patio door into, we tore it apart and made it into windows for the coop.
We were trying to figure out what the best placement for, in the winter, the sun is really low in the sky.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of trees around us, so we had to figure out where to put them so that the sun would get in there.
Yeah, because this coop is south facing, so
yeah,
hopefully the sun, when it is sunny out in the winter, will shine right into the coop
and warm it up.
And then you'll see later on that we'll have some Lexon, some polycarbonate Lexon to let sunlight in as well on the roof.
Yeah. So most of it is it's an old deck that we pulled off of.
It was an old
off
job.
of the old cabin, I
No.
thought. Yeah.
No.
Before
well,
that.
yes. So yes, it came off of our cabin, which we were using as a deck. But before that, it came from a landscape job Dave and I had.
Okay.
Years ago. So.
And then a lot of the walls are just pallets. That part up there you can see is 2x4s, but this behind me and most of we'll show you more as he does more, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we've got a lot done in 2 days, so.
I love to be able to reuse stuff that we've had. When we don't have to spend money on building materials.
So far, we've just spent money on the 2x4s and I'm trying to think what else. Well, the subfloor.
What were they lately, or this time around?
Or I don't know.
Mosquito.
Just like $3.75 or something.
Oh, really?
Just under $4 or something like that.
They were twice that when we were building the house. Do you remember? They were
gosh.
$8.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. just a couple of gardening things. I planted a bunch of fall stuff, some brassicas and some lettuces. This potting soil has been great. I would definitely use this potting soil again. This is that drunken frizzy head butterhead lettuce, which I got just because I like the name. I feel like it fed the plants really consistently, really well, and it made really nice soil blocks. These are a little smaller. This one probably got shaded out, but I've hardened these off now for, it's been a good, let's see, 5 days. So this frizzy lettuce is more of a loose leaf lettuce, whereas this Regency lettuce is a heading lettuce. So I'm really kind of excited to see what this does more than that, but we should have enough time. I think it said it was 60 days. And what is, today is September 1st, so we have till November 1st. And November 1st, we still have over 10 hours of daylight. Just over 10 hours of daylight, so I think we'll be okay. As long as there's still enough food in this soil. We've only, I think I grew 2 rounds of romaine in here so far. So we'll see. If it starts to grow pretty fast, I think we'll be fine. If I feel like it's moving slow, I will give it some nitrogen. This is the one I stepped on. Oh, fuck. Everything else in here is pak choi, which I'm trying to debate. Do I put it in here? Because I know there's not flea beetles in here. Or do I put it by the other brassicas where I've had flea beetles? But I do think I've got that under control over there. We don't use any chemicals, inorganic chemicals, I should say. I did put DE, or diatomaceous earth, on this cauliflower, broccoli, other brassicas bed over here. And before that, I also used some spinosad. I don't know if I'm saying that right, spinosad. And these are all organic things to use on your plants. And I feel like the spinosad works really well on the flea beetles. Do it a couple of times in the first week. They did come back a couple of weeks later. See, these are broccoli and cauliflowers here. And then I gave them a pretty good dusting of the DE, which I hadn't used before, but I only had to do it once, and that worked great. I didn't have to come back and hit it again. So I think I'm going to put these pak choi, which are also brassicas in the same family as these cauliflowers and broccolis. I'm going to put those in here. So you can see they've done some damage. Get out of the light here. They've done some damage to the first leaves, but now everything is looking pretty healthy. Because I'm pretty sure flea beetles are a soil-borne pest, so they just hang out in the soil. But hopefully they've gone somewhere else. Just look at these seedlings. Aren't they beautiful? That's like a whole plant. I could pick that one now and just eat it. So this pak choi, I think this variety is called tatsoi. I can't remember. But I had just harvested it as like a whole plant last year. But I think you can actually grow it as a cut and come again. So this is how Nina's mind works. The reason I'm planting these in the back row or behind these is that the sun is going to be lower in the sky in the next 60 days, and the plants are going to grow taller, giving these a little more shade. you guys get that detailed? I don't know if I need to, because who knows, we could have a frost by November 1st. And these, I think, are frost hardy. All of this is frost hardy, so it should be fine. Had to broad fork the beds. Got a little rocky right off the bat. Of course, I hit a rock right off the bat. There's a giant one in there on the very east end that I couldn't get out. I dug at it for a while, and it must be like, so I left it. Good grief.
Dang, there's a lot of tomatoes growing. Oh my gosh.
No. I need it to stay hot for a little bit yet so that we can get them all ripe.
Yeah.
I did decide that I will never do the Florida weave again. I spent a little time in the garden this last week just kind of lifting up tomatoes and trying to rectify that situation.
I mean, they're doing amazing with the cattle panel.
Yeah.
Where are your gloves?
I don't know. One more. Yeah.
I mean, it's just.
I'm just gonna continue to do it that way.
It's just so easy.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem to hurt them or bother them to go through that cattle panel like that.
No, I spent some time pruning and just kind
right.
of
Yeah.
shoving their stems through the next
right.
square.
Yeah, you gotta make them do what you want them to do, but a little bit, but not like that.
Yeah, the Florida weave, I'm so done with it. It's been terrible.
Yeah.
They aren't getting very tall. They're just kind of spreading out too much, and the ropes break, or I should say the twine breaks.
Well, it hangs, you know.
I've actually seen spots where it's broken.
I don't really have anything else besides, my brain is just focusing on this, trying to get this coop done. We'll see if we get it done before the snow flies.
What do you mean? What do you mean we'll see it? You've got from nothing to this in like 2 days.
Yeah, we will. It's just, but you know, we of course
getting it done before.
We didn't have a blueprint. I didn't draw anything out. Dave and I just went to town and talked it through as we went, and I mean, it's going to turn out fine. And then we talked to you, and then we came up with the idea for the glass to get light in on this south side.
Yeah.
But that's
you work it out as you go, and that's a struggle for me. I want to plan it out from the beginning.
Yeah.
The wall was 4 feet tall. There's no venting.
It's art. It's like a progression. So as you start building, then the ideas flow.
I know, but we live an hour from Menards. If you need something.
I'm so over that. I mean, who cares?
Me too.
We just go to town and get what we need. I mean, I go to town, for work, so I can always pick something up.
Well, here I am.
Yeah, I haven't left the homestead for 8 days.
Me?
Well, I'm not.
That's exaggerating.
Okay.
I leave every week.
Well, I thought there was it like a week ago or something? Which was like, that's amazing. That's awesome.
What?
You didn't leave here for like 6 or 7 days.
I don't. I leave to go to the
market
on Thursday. That's about it right now.
Yeah.
This just takes all of my time.
I know. That's great.
It's like my job.
It is.
It's a very low paying, high hours job.
Mm-hmm.
But I was going to talk about one other thing. I got some rutabagas planted in the greenhouse, which it seems like it's a little hot in there to be planting things like rutabagas, but they need to be pretty established by the end of the year anyway.
Yeah.
But I went out after that to check for eggs, and I had my first pocket omelet.
Oh.
Do you guys know what that is?
That was your first?
My first one. I
Oh,
know. I thought that was
please.
pretty good. In over 3 years, I'd never broken an egg in my pocket. I saw Skittles was in the garden like she is now.
She's catching bugs.
And then, so I went to get her out, and I had the eggs. I had actually 2 eggs in my pocket, and I squatted down to like shoo her out of the bed, and it cracked in my pocket.
Well, and the eggs are precious right now. The chickens haven't been laying like normal, so
Right.
now every egg we get is like gold.
Yeah, we aren't selling them at the market right now. We're just getting a few a day, which it's enough for us,
Right.
but that doesn't help us pay for feed. So you guys know we have a greenhouse in the snow that we built from a kit a few years ago. Well, honestly, we're still building it.
Finished work.
Yeah, but if you want to see what we grew and how long we grew into the fall last year, watch this video. So thanks a lot for watching. If you're new here, we hope you'll subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.